Prepare the dread claws, and unchain the mad ones. Glorious battle awaits us today, for the world below has refused to surrender. Let us descend upon them with fury and rage, giving no quarter, and sparing only those warriors who fight well enough to earn a place amongst us. As to the rest, their lives and possessions are ours, but their skulls are for Khorne.
Welcome, listener, to Omnissiah Approved. My name is Arya, and today we are continuing our journey through the realm of chaos by focusing on the different chaos gods as individuals. We will start with whom is arguably the most powerful, being the blood god, Khorne. The great god Khorne is an angry and murderous god of chaos whose bellows of limitless rage echo throughout the corridors of time and space. Its great brass throne sits upon a mountain of skulls in the midst of a plain of splintered bone and lakes of mortal blood. Khorne embodies mindless and absolute violence, destroying everyone and everything within reach, shedding the blood of friend and foe alike, simply for the sake and the joy of murder and unleashing rage. Followers of Khorne are always ferocious warriors and never make use of psychic powers, for Khorne abhors the trickery of magic and cowardly sorcerers, particularly the servants of Tzeentch. Men and women oft turn to Khorne for the power to conquer, to defeat their enemies in battle, to wreak bloody vengeance, and to attain unmatched martial prowess against all comers. The most fanatical and dedicated of the god's followers, those whose souls are trapped fully within its bloody embrace, know what it truly desires. Only constant and wild slaughter for its own sake. Khorne cares not from where the blood flows, only that it flows without ceasing for all eternity. As is true for each of the chaos gods, Khorne shapes his demons in his image. The demons of Khorne are fearsome entities, of the kind most commonly associated with terrifying human legends and myths. Their horns, fangs, blood-red hides, and blazing eyes leave little doubt as to their murderous intent. Only a fool treats with the demons of Khorne without a ready source of blood sacrifices to trade for his or her own life. If a petitioner can evade death long enough, a bargain is easy to strike, for the ravening entities desire only to be unleashed on a victim, any victim, and they do so joyfully. Of course, such demonic cohorts make for dangerous allies, apt to turn upon any that come within their reach, but for many, that serves their purposes rather well. The most common demon of Khorne is the Bloodletter. These lesser demons are the primary rank and file of the Blood God's legions. They are ugly, horned humanoids with cloven hooves who tote blood-drinking battle axes, or swords known as hellblades, which are forged at the foot of the Throne of Skulls, and who wear armor of demonic brass. They enter horrific frenzies of bloody slaughter whilst in battle, and though they are the least of the Blood God's armies, they should not be trifled with. Another common sight leading the legions of Khorne are his heralds. And though they may appear very similar to a bloodletter, they are something far more dangerous. These heralds of Khorne are emissaries of slaughter and death. They are terrible to behold in battle, and truly there are few mortals who can best their martial prowess. Only Khorne's dreaded bloodthirsters are more deadly. However, heralds are more than just a deadly opponent. They are icons of Khorne made animate, And on the field of battle, their presence spurs their fellow demons to ever greater acts of bloodshed. During the greatest of demonic incursions, the legions of Khorne will be backed by the dreaded Bloodthirsters. Bloodthirsters are the greater demons of the Blood God, and of all of his demons, they bear the greatest resemblance to the stereotypical religious figures of demons. Having a humanoid body, cloven hooves instead of feet, leathery bat-like wings, and a horned dog-like or humanoid head. On the battlefield, they will simultaneously wield a flaming whip and a massive two-headed battle axe. And as the greatest manifestation of the god of war, the dreaded Bloodthirster is one of the most powerful warriors that can be found on the battlefield of the 41st millennium. Another not uncommon sight amongst the legions of Khorne are his chosen demon princes. These once mortals have been elevated to the immortal rank of demon, and in doing so have become avatars of Khorne's rage. They were elevated due to their dedication to spilling blood in Khorne's unholy name, and to this very moment, their very purpose is to spill blood and reave skulls in the name of their dark master.
I saw constant battle. Man fought demon, lightning fought volcano, geysers of molten brass fought lakes of steaming blood. There was no respite, no peace. That which emerged victorious was immediately set upon by another foe even more terrible. It was blood, spraying and jetting, and skulls adding to a throne that pierced the red skies. It was endless screams of rage and fury made incarnate. It was glorious.
Though the demon-filled battlefields of Khorne's domain are many, and each is vast beyond reckoning, there is more to this blasted land than just blood-soaked plains populated with warring demons. Violence and despair are constant traveling companions for any unfortunate soul cursed to briefly wander there. Each foreboding hellscape leads to another, more grim than the last. At the heart of it all, Khorne watches from his skull throne, surveying its lands and pitting its forces against any convenient foe, be they fellow demons or foolhardy invaders who seek to wage a doomed war on the Lord of Battle. It is a realm unlike any other. Storms rage perpetually across crimson skies, sending gale-force blasts seemingly composed of pure rage whipping across the plains and mountains. These angry winds tear into the land itself and rip up great chunks of stone and blood-drenched earth, tossing them violently back down hundreds of leagues away in explosions of raw destruction. The land, for its part, fights back against the brutal assault of the heavens. Earthquakes send gouts of molten brass skyward, burning up the storm clouds, temporarily ending their rage, until the winds regather to begin their assault anew. New mountains erupt from the flat land in an instant, some thrusting into the sky like gigantic living swords, others acting as shields against the advance of the storms. Rivers of boiling blood crisscross the hellish landscape, dividing the realm into territories over which rival bloodthirsters wage war. The blood flows are not content to allow the conquered lands to rest idle. From deep below the ground, new rivers strike through the surface, splitting the land as easily as an axe opens a bloated gut of a lazy bureaucrat. Each crimson flow sucks down all that once occupied the space, including any demonic legions that might have been marching there. As with its war against the sky, the land retaliates, pushing the banks of the river to close in upon themselves. The brass-spewing volcanoes send liquid metal into the river, evaporating the blood within and sealing the wounds with burning fury. Each piece of the realm of battle constantly fights to obliterate the others. Each acts like a living servant of Khorne, wanting to prove to the master of the land that it is the most worthy of the gods' rewards. Dearest listeners, there is more to be said of the great Lord of Battle, the demons he commands in the realm in which he surveys. But alas, I find myself out of time. I do hope that this has been educational to you, and I look forward to continuing with the next deity. If you found this to be illuminating, or at the very least, enjoyable, I do urge you to check in the description box below, as we have started a Patreon. Any interest you may have in continuing this channel would be greatly appreciated. But until next time, I have been Arya, and this broadcast has been Omnisaya approved. Thank you.